Oh là là.
We'll make room for you anytime.
Hello, everyone. We are so pleased to welcome you here once again to Whitney Center. My name is Gretchen Jocelyn, and I'm the Director of Public Relations. So on behalf of the residents and staff, I once again would like to welcome you all here tonight for this special performance. I recently came across a quote from Dr. Seuss, and it made me smile and made me think of all of our friends at Play with Grace. So I just wanted to read this quote quickly. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive that is youer than you. And all of our players here on the stage have just such special and unique talents, and we're so thrilled that tonight they're here to share them with us in this amazing performance. And it's the players that keep Play with Grace growing and inspiring people every day. We're just so proud to be a part of this and so happy to see this performance tonight. So we wish you all a great show, and thank you all for being here.
So welcome everybody. It's nice to see some faces that I know and a lot of new faces. So you're in for a treat tonight. My name is Carmelina Mosier. This is Diane Pacel and Jared Law, and we're the three co-directors of this program. And this is a work of transformation. And this is what this is about is we're finding a part of ourselves. So our stars will choose a character, and we create a song. This term is the Songs of Life. We have 2 terms a year, Songs of Life and Taking Flight. One is music and one is theater. In the music program, which you are here tonight to see, it's the musical debuts of each of the stars. They chose a part of themselves that they wanted to share with the world. And they found the message that that character believes in, that part of them that believes in that. And these are your messages too. They're their messages that they're sharing with you. And they're also, you're going to find they're also your messages. The characters that they choose are parts of ourselves that we all know. You know, they're the child, magical child. It's some very unique kind of characters, a hula dancer. You all have it within you. You all have the princess and the prince and the king and the queen, the fireman, the father, the princess, the theater teacher. So you'll see in these messages something that you can take home for yourself. Our motto is that we always use positive words, uplifting words, because the music world, there's enough, when you watch the news, there's not a lot of negative around, a lot of drama, but songs really do affect us. We love music, all of us. You know, we hear it everywhere. But when you really hear a positive song, it really uplifts you. So this is to uplift all of you tonight, and we're really honored to be able to share these parts of ourselves with you all. And we're lucky enough to have James Hayes, who is our resident musician, who helped to create the song. He's a musical technician. And all of the instruments that you hear were done by James, pretty much, and the guitar as well. And the lyrics come from all of the stars, and Diane and I make sure that we weave through them to make them the most uplifting messages of all. And this is also about rising above our limitations, and we all have limitations. So when we have a limitation, it's important to try to rise above it. Sometimes we just have to accept it, but most of the time we don't really have to. We can rise above it. So that's what this is about. We create miracles here. We're honored to have you all here, and I'm honored to be co-director along with Jared and Diane. And there's our mentors there, Cheever Tyler and Barbara Orrick, who have been with us from day one. And we are so honored to have both of you here tonight. And thank you all for coming.
Over here, my dear. I'm Diane. I'm not Jared. We're often confused, but I'm not Jared. This is Jared. Thank you, Carm, my beautiful co-director. Jared uses a computer to communicate called facilitated communication, as many of you, most of you know, and so I would use his hand. In fact, I will be picking that up in a minute, to learn what he wishes to say to you at any given moment. And what he wanted to say to all of you tonight, and I'm reading it now only because it takes time to work it through the keyboard. He said, "It is a wonderful thing to be in a room with people who care about others as you do. We feel joy when we're together, but there is nothing so beautiful as performing for our extended family." So that is what Jared had to say. And as I often do, I say, is there anything else? Is there anything else, Jared?
Let me hold it for you, Diane.
Yes, thank you. And this is Abby, who offers to do pretty much everything.
Yes.
Our go-to with that. You're going fast.
Sharon. Wow, Sharon.
He said, "I love you, Mom, and I love everybody else in this room, too." Not as much as Mom. So now what we want to do is, again, for time, we want to thank all the mentors who spend 3 months coming, learning the songs, supporting our stars in every way you can imagine. They're an amazing group. And then there are people that come forward on performance night and say, "Anything I can do to help, I'm here." And that's a really wonderful thing. We value it so much. And as Carm pointed out, James and Carm, she's equally a musician, countless hours and brilliant creativity. So anyway, we thank all our volunteers. And now we will introduce the stars by name because they are the stars after all. So, well, why don't I start with Danny?
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Danny. No, I've got to get it back. I'm sorry. All right, Danny O'Connor, and you got your applause there. David Brodsky. Peter Morsick was with us through the whole session, but he couldn't be here this evening. He's sick, unfortunately. We miss him. Yay, Peter. Gabby Russell. Patrick Shepard. Oriana Eliasoff. Katrina Ceballos. Ashley Ringos. Carlos Marrero. Abby Simon. John Gillette. I will introduce Alex Heckler because, again, he was here the whole 3 months, but he had a conflict and couldn't make it tonight, but he did a fabulous job. So, Alex Heckler, Matthew Piccinini, Zohar Sabrowski, Zohar, Eileen Barnaby, Anthony Farrow, Jared Long, who's also a star, and I also, in terms of musicians, I just don't want to neglect to introduce Elaine Kolb, back there, wave, because she sings a special song that she brings to our group every session, and in the program it says she's only been in 2 sessions. She's actually been in 4. My bad. But anyway, she did a beautiful song, Miracles Happen, which you'll hear a little while. And now I want to introduce Twyla Skelly, who is the mother of one of our veteran players who is not with us this term, but usually is. And she wants to share a few words with you.
Good evening. Our players are inspired by the wisdom of Leonardo da Vinci. Once you have tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, and there you will always long to return. We have a very special video to show you now that tells a bit more about the Play with Grace origins and the Institute of Professional Practice Incorporated, the agency that hired Diane Paisel and supports my daughter, veteran player Jennifer Skelly, who's taking a break this semester. A star and co-director Jared Law and star John Gillette. This video is called Finding Joy. And I would encourage you, let's all put away our cell phones, take a break, leave the world of technology, and embrace the world of play with grace. Enjoy our show. Thank you.
And I would only ask one favor. Oh, it's very different down here. If you could refrain from visiting the food table during the performance, that would be great. There will be also, in case you're thinking there is no more food after the performance, we're going to have dessert and coffee. So stick around for the silent auction afterwards and the dessert and coffee. Thank you.